Good morning, everyone. Yvonne back to do your bonus read. Oh, what a mess. How did that happen? I need to talk about clumsy hands. Bonus reading coming up here. So I'm just sort of recuperating from the What's Cracking reading this morning. That was a pretty high energy reading. Okay, so what's going on for Tuesday the 10th of March in the bonus world? Oh, we want to split there. Okay, interestingly enough, this card came out in the first few cards of the What's Cracking reading. So we have the card of the Chariot here. Strong feeling that some of you are dealing with cancers, and I know that people have been writing to me on my page and saying they're dealing with the cancer, but this is about moving forward. Now, in that previous deck, in the Before Tarot, the Chariot is at standstill, but in the bonus reading, we have it zipping along. So something is changing here. Okay, so we do have the Five of Cups. So somebody's leaving something behind that's heartbreaking. Somebody's sort of keeps looking back rather than looking forward. So, I just had a little bit of an epiphany myself. Oh, I love that. Okay, so this is looking back at the past and not looking forward. You know, looking back at what you've lost, having that sort of mindset of it's about what you've lost rather than what you've gained. So not being able to see forward. There's two cups in this guy's hands. Now, in the traditional tarot, of course, the two cups are behind him. He doesn't see this. But in this, he can see the two cups now. Very interesting. Okay, so behind that we have the Three of Cups, which talks about celebration, moving forward. These cards here are both about moving forward in a very quick way. So it's almost like here you make some sort of decision and you're off. You're out of your prison here and moving forward. You may be doing it in what you see as a slow way. So it could have taken a long time to make this decision. It could have taken a while to really understand how to move forward here. But you're definitely doing it. Okay, let's get some more information. Okay, so we have the Emperor coming out here. So the Emperor is a card that talks about a person who is at the top of their game. They're learned, well-educated, probably, made enough money to feel a great sense of satisfaction. But they're a leader. They're in charge. So they sometimes can represent, like managers, bosses. They can be someone upstanding in the community, someone who's really worked their way to the top. But the Emperor also can be quite controlling and quite pushy. So maybe you're walking away from someone who's really had control of your life. Maybe you've believed they've controlled your life, or you have a belief they are controlling who you are. Okay, that goes really deep. I won't get into that too much. Okay, so there is a feeling here that you are either feeling left out in the cold, maybe feeling a little lost, a little desperate, maybe feeling you have nobody to turn to at this time. But you've got this stability coming in here. Let's just put another card on that. Two of Pentacles coming out again. So this is definitely a time here at the moment for making choices that are going to affect the rest of your life here. But these choices, although they create like a certain sort of disharmony at the moment, they are leading to great success. So something you're moving away from, this controlling energy. Now this may not be a person. This may be your thoughts and beliefs controlling you here. And trying to leave them behind or let them go is creating conflict within you. So you've believed something is a certain way for so long that to let it go means it's quite scary. But something here is telling me that in order to reach this sense of stability and life satisfaction, you've got to let this go. And maybe for some of you, it is about your own control here. Maybe you're used to being the emperor in your own game and you're trying to control your life to a point where nothing is going in the direction you wanted it to. Sometimes when we overly exert control on things, we actually do the complete opposite. So if you don't want something to fail, or you don't want to face your fears and you hang on to what you believe, then that in itself creates more fear. Okay. Definitely moving away from something with this Six of Swords, but what I like is the lessons you've learned through this situation you're taking with you here. It's funny because I was trying to work out the whole control thing, and I think it's really, really good if you think about it in terms of a video game. When you're trying to win at a video game, and the harder you try, the more mistakes you make. The harder you put in energy, the more you can't get it right. It just doesn't seem to go right. And I remember with one of my kids, when they were young, they used to get so angry when they were playing things because it wouldn't work the way they wanted to. That's control. And I used to say to them, just put it down for a moment, walk away, take a few deep breaths, take time out, let go of what you're feeling, and then go back and try again. And of course, when they'd come back and they'd try again, they would get it right. This is what the universe is asking you to do here. They're asking you to let go of the control. Now, for each and every one of you, that may mean a different thing. It just hit me before, what you do to control things, because you don't want to face what's going to go wrong, or you don't want to face the fear of finding out you haven't got it right. But you have to let go, because you're not going to succeed by keep pushing something. And again, the universe, Spirit always says to me, if the horse is dead, get off. That is exactly how it's feeling. It's like you're trying to persevere or push something that isn't going somewhere because you will not let go of control of it. Because you fear if you let go of control that somehow or another your head's going to explode, or the world's going to fall in or something. This is why you're not letting go. So it's exactly the same thing here. But this is about to end. So this is coming towards the end of it, and it's going to open up a lot of opportunity and options for you here. And here we have the Wish card again, the Nine of Cups coming out again here. Okay, here we have the Five of Wands. So all the cards here are repeating. So you've definitely got a repeat, and there's the Hanged Man. So you've got this repeat of the What's Cracking reading, because Spirit is saying, if you're not getting it, I'm going to try and make it clearer for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and break it down a little bit. Okay, so this fear of letting go, this fear of not controlling things, that hanging on to things because you fear if you let them go, you're going to have to face the unknown. This is that leap of faith here. But in trying to control them, in trying to make them work the way you want to work, is not working either, because you're still trying to play that computer game to win, and you're not thinking clearly, you're not focusing in a way you need to be focusing in. You're scared of letting go because you think if you let go, something is going to get lost. You're going to lose control. You're going to... It's that fear here, for example, of letting a person go that you've got in your memory. Because you fear if you don't hang on to every last little thing about them, that you may not bring them back. And you're not trusting that the universe has got this in hand here. This is you really hanging on for dear life. Okay. And the Hanged Man's come out at the end here, and it came out at the beginning of the What's Cracking reading. The Wish card came out at the end, and it's come out at the end here too. But... so did the Five of Pentacles was somewhere there. The Two of Pentacles was there. So definitely a repeat of a reading, but it's quite interesting because it has a slightly different flavour here. So I want to give you a little bit more information. Okay, the Two of Cups 2 came out, as did the World, as did the Queen of Wands. So, oh, I didn't know if you saw that. I'm flipping them up, reading and working with the cards. These cards here all came out in the What's Cracking reading as well, and they've come out to clarify this reading. Okay, so what the universe is saying here is, for some of you here, I've got messages flying at me here, so obviously this is really intensive, this reading this morning for some of you. Something you believe, if you walk away from a situation, you will never find love again. Some of you believe if you walk away from a situation and close that out, you will somehow lose yourself. Now, the universe is saying this takes time. It takes time and decisions, and it takes you to step back and allow. So I know when you're planning something, you have to look ahead, and that's okay to plan. It's not about the planning. It's about trying to drive a result. Don't try to drive the result. Allow the universe to bring you around to understanding that you only have to live in the moment. Everything else is looked after. So, you know, it's sort of what they're telling me is, you know, sometimes people plan so far ahead that their lives are already planned out for the next several years. But if you were to do this on spec, it would probably work out that way anyway. But what you're doing is you're driving yourself mad, controlling every moment of your life to try and bring around a result. And everything is in your future already. So what you're striving for is already destined for you. So why are you driving so hard if it's already part of where you're meant to be or where you're meant to go? So if it's already in your heart and you want to move in that direction, the intention is already set. You don't need to drive it home. You just have to trust and move and stay within that moment and just do things as you need to. Don't fear letting go. Don't be scared of moving in a different direction. Don't be scared of doing something that you've not done before. Because if it's part of your destiny, it's already pre-written. Holy dooly. Okay. That's really nice. Well, I've got to say I learned a little bit myself from this reading this morning. So maybe I... Consider your foundation. Okay, I've never seen this card. It says, look how committed you are to love. So this is about building a stronger foundation for yourself, but one that's built in your truth, not one that's built because you feel it has to be that way. So, you know, having the sort of two kids picket fence type thinking, knight on a white horse thinking, this is up to you. It's not up to someone else to come and rescue you. It's not up to someone else to do it for you. This is about you having this amazing capacity to do it for yourself. You can let things go and you can move forward, trusting that the universe is already helping you plan your future. Very deep readings for this morning, folks. Have a wonderful day.